Every day there's something new. There are lots of great things for me to do. I'm Calliou. I learn so much through the games I play, and I grow bigger every day. I'm Calliou. I'm just a boy of 4 who wants to go and explore. How do you do? I'm Calliou.
It was summer vacation. Calliou and his family were going to the beach. Calliou couldn't wait to see what the ocean was like.
Are we there yet?
Almost, Calliou. When you can see the ocean, you know we are nearly there.
I want to go swimming and build the biggest sandcastle ever!
Don't forget about the ice cream.
Ice cream was Calliou's favorite. He couldn't wait to taste all the different flavors.
Mmm, yummy! Yummy! There it is! I can see the ocean!
When they finally arrived, Calliou jumped straight out of the car. He ran down to the beach.
It's hot on my toes!
Don't worry, Calliou. It's just the heat from the sun warming up the sand. It won't hurt you.
Calliou was surprised that the sand was hot, but he enjoyed wiggling his toes in it.
Wow! The ocean!
The ocean went on forever. It was the biggest thing Calliou had ever seen.
Calliou, it's very sunny, and that means we need to put on lots of sunscreen and wear your hat so you don't get burnt.
Calliou giggled and tried to get away, but Mommy held on tight. She covered him all over with sunscreen. It tickled. Daddy set up the umbrella, and Mommy put Rosie down in the shade. Calliou didn't want to sit around. He wanted to do something fun.
Who wants to go swimming?
Me!
Calliou took Daddy's hand. Together they ran towards the water.
Brr, the water is cold.
It's all right once you get used to it.
Calliou and Daddy were having lots of fun splashing about in the water. Suddenly, a big wave knocked Daddy down. Calliou thought Daddy looked funny covered in seaweed. Then another big wave came and took Calliou by surprise. He didn't like being under the water.
Don't worry, Calliou. Let's be careful to not go too deep and watch for the waves coming together, okay?
Hey, you two. Time for lunch.
Daddy and Calliou were now very hungry after dodging the waves. Calliou had a sandwich, an apple, and some lemonade for his lunch. Yummy! Calliou picked up his sandwich and took a big bite, but it was full of sand.
Ugh! It's all sandy! I can't eat this!
A nearby seagull swooped down and stole the sandy sandwich.
Hey, come back! That's mine!
Don't worry, Calliou. We can get some ice cream instead.
After lunch, Daddy took Calliou to the ice cream shop. There were so many flavors, all different colors. Calliou couldn't believe his eyes.
I want to try all of them!
Why don't you choose one flavor for today and then a different one next time?
Okay, but how do I choose when there are so many?
The friendly ice cream seller let Calliou try a few flavors to make sure he picked his favorite.
I like that one.
Daddy bought 4 ice creams and they went back to find Mommy and Rosie.
Want to show Rosie how to build a sandcastle, Calliou?
Calliou was very excited and grabbed a bucket and spade.
Look Look, Rosie, you take the bucket and go like this.
Rosie giggled and clapped her hands. Sandcastles were the most fun of all.
Wow, that looks great. But no castle is complete without a flag.
Suddenly, Calliou felt water splashing against his feet. The ocean had moved closer, and the castle was washing away.
Oh no! The waves are ruining my sandcastle! How did they get here?
Because the tide makes the ocean go higher and lower, so the waves come further up the beach.
The tide is coming in now, so that means it's time for us to go home, Calliou.
But what about my sandcastle?
Don't worry. We can come back another day, so you and Rosie can build an even bigger one.
Mommy and Daddy gathered up all their things and headed for the car.
I want to come back tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. This is the best vacation ever!
Calliou and his family had a great day at the beach, but he really couldn't wait for his next adventure. Every morning, Calliou watched for the big yellow school bus that drove down his street. He always saw lots of children waiting for it. Caillou's friend Sarah hopped onto the bus and took a seat. She saw Calliou sitting by the window.
What's wrong, Calliou?
I really want to go on the big yellow school bus. When can I go on the bus like all the other big kids?
Not long. Only one more birthday and you'll be old enough.
That's such a long time. I want to go on the bus now.
Here's an idea. Why don't we go and talk to the bus driver tomorrow morning? If you ask nicely, the driver might let you ride the bus.
Calliou was still a little sad, but at least he'd get to see the bus up close. The next morning, Calliou and Daddy were waiting for the school bus.
Here it comes!
The bus driver pulled up and opened the door.
Good morning, young man. What's your name?
Calliou stood behind Daddy. He was a bit shy.
This is Calliou. He'll be going to school next year.
Really? That means you'll be joining my bus.
What is your name?
Well, they call me Mr. Billy, the bus driver.
I really want to go on the bus.
I can't take you on the bus ride today because the bus is full. But you and your daddy can join me tomorrow. How does that sound?
Yay! I can't wait!
The next morning, Calliou was so excited about the bus ride. He couldn't stop thinking about it.
I heard someone is going on a bus ride today.
I'm so excited, Mommy! Bus! Beep, beep! I want to make something special for Mr. Billy, the bus driver, to thank him.
Maybe you should draw him something.
Calliou thought that was a great idea. He picked up his colored pencils and a piece of paper.
That's me driving the school bus.
What a wonderful drawing, Calliou.
When breakfast was done,